Hey, what's up? Now I know what you were thinking when you clicked on this video. Not another fucking top 10 NES list. And I agree. There are hundreds of top 10 NES lists out there. While you see a lot of best games and hidden gem lists, they're usually full of mega expensive games that not everyone can even begin to afford. Now it's getting harder and harder to find fun NES games that won't break the bank, but it can be done. And according to PriceCharting.com, as of August 12, 2016, there's still many really fun games to be had under 10 bucks. Unlike a lot of videos out there, I'm not going to dwell on the obvious. Instead, I want to show some games that maybe you have never heard before. But real quick, no matter if you're just getting into the NES or you're a serious collector already and you don't have games like Super Mario Bros., Tetris, Jackal, or Namco Pac-Man, stop this video right now and go get them because they're the very basics and can still be found surprisingly very cheap. So without further ado, I give you Randy Dobson's Underground's 10 fun NES games for under 10 bucks that you may have not heard of. I'm going to go through these pretty quick, and I'm not going in any particular order. First off, we got a few shoot-em-ups, or as the cool kids say, shmups. Star Force is a really fun shooter that is actually really fast compared to even the most sought-after shooters on the system. I had a hard time choosing between this and some of the other similar games like Star Soldier, Twin Eagle, and Sky Shark. There's not many power-ups in this game, if any at all, and that's one of the only drawbacks. It's very challenging and will keep you playing for a while. Next up is Tiger Heli, another shooter. I'm pretty sure Tiger Heli was the first shoot-em-up I ever played before. I had this game as a young kid and I could never pass the first stage. Not much has changed since then, but I still love this game to death. It's very hard, but also very fun. Don't be fooled by the Acclaim logo on the front. Taito had a lot to do with this, and they always deliver. Air Fortress. This game gets a lot of bad reviews, and I don't really see why. It's not a great game, but it's pretty unique for sure. Although it's borderline blasphemous, this game has a lot of similarities to Metroid. The atmosphere feels very bleak and lonely. It has both shoot-em-up style stages and platforming type exploratory levels. I highly recommend this game. HAL Labs makes a bunch of great NES games other than Kirby. I know this next game has been talked about by a few popular YouTubers before, but I constantly see it on the shelves for $1 or less and it makes me sad. Anticipation is awesome. This game is so basic but so fun at the same time. Our family has played this game 4 players many times and they keep wanting to play it. If you're looking for a fun party game that's rock bottom cheap but fun for all ages, this is definitely it. Another HAL Labs game, Rollerball, is a really ambitious pinball game on the NES. We all know the regular black box Nintendo pinball is standard for all games of the genre on the NES, but this game is just a tad better in my opinion. It's really fast and the controls are very responsive. And the soundtrack, holy shit, this may be my all-time favorite NES song. I plan on doing a review soon of all the pinball games on the NES because I love wasting hours playing them and this is always my go-to pick. Next up, Super Offroad, or Iron Man Ivan Stewart's Super Offroad. I remember playing this at the arcades as a kid, and the huge console with the 4 steering wheels was always a sight to see. The NES port is really good. Sometimes it's hard to figure out which way you're going, but you get used to it pretty quick. Overall, it's very similar to Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat, which is a fine game and used to be really cheap a while back. It's full of upgrades and it's always fun to press that nitro button and fly halfway across the track. It's also 4 players simultaneous with the 4 score if you can find one. I love Konami, and that was the only reason I even gave this game a chance. I think actually one of the kids started playing it first and was like, man, this is really fun. And I tried it and failed horribly. It may just be me, but this game is so hard. I made it to the 2nd level one time, and trust me, I play this game a lot. I wish I could show you more footage, but I suck at this game. But it's so much fun trying to figure it out. Imagine Double Dragon on rollerblades. If you want something that will keep you pressing continue over and over, this is the game for you. I've always had a soft spot for SNK. I remember their NES games always having these ugly ass covers with this ugly green border, but some of the funnest games on the system. POW never gets the attention like Akari Warriors and Guerrilla War, but it's very good in its own right. It's just a basic side-scroller with weapon upgrades and hard-ass enemies. It's not the greatest game, but it's very solid and very fun. I'm disappointed it never got a sequel on the Neo Geo, but I'm also disappointed that I don't own a Neo Geo. Next is the only game on this list I don't own at the moment, but trust me, it'll be purchased ASAP. I found out about Alien Syndrome while filming for Randy and Big D Play. Daryl had bought this game after hearing it was a cool run and gun game by Sega. Sega on NES? Yeah, weird, right? It's one of those evil black Tengen games, and I always thought that those games might not have been at the same level of quality as the other licensed game. But man, was I wrong, and I've bought quite a few of these games since. This game is great. I can't say enough about it. Upgradable guns, multiplayer, huge bosses. Damn, I wish I would have found out about this decades ago. If you haven't checked it out, please do yourself a favor and go grab it. The last game I want to talk about today is Bump and Jump. I usually at least check out all the games by Vic Tokai. They aren't always great, but they're usually really unique. So I grabbed this only to find out it was actually a Daddy East game. Oh, that Daddy East, such a bipolar beast. This game is hours of fun. It's very challenging. I can usually get to about the 5th scene, but while filming for this video I could only get to the 2nd. It's damn hard, but it's so addicting. While doing recon for this video, I found out Daddy East didn't even have anything to do with the NES port. Oh well, it's a solid game. Go check it out. And that's my 10 games for NES. They're still cheap, and most important, still fun. I hope you learn about some games. Thanks for watching. Here are some honorable mentions that are still really good that almost made the list. If you like this video, please click that like button, and also please subscribe, because we are always constantly posting videos just like this that you may also enjoy. Till next time, see ya.